welcome to PA Harness Week, racing's fastest-paced half hour, covering the sport of harness racing in the great state of Pennsylvania. I'm Heather Vitale. I'll be hanging out with you for the next 30 minutes, along with my co-host, Jess Otten.
You know, Heather, after a crazy busy week, I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm happier you guys are with us because, boy, do we have a ton of action packed into this next half hour.
So much to get to. So what's on it? Good question. We'll check out the headlines. On today's show, you'll meet Katie Gangle, a standardbred trainer just getting her own stable off the ground. And the Meadowlands Pace was one for the history books with a big change to the order of finish. We have the details. Plus, the 2-year-olds were in PA All-Star action at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. And we have Sire Stakes action from Harrods, Philadelphia as well. All this and much more next on PA Harness Week. So, are you ready to go to the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono? Yes. Good. We've got our race of the week. Okay, we're going to kick things off with some Pennsylvania All-Stars action for our 2-year-old trotting fillies. That was from last Sunday, July 18th, going for a purse of $35,000. And in here, we've got number 3, Mon Cheval, and she is the 1-9 heavy favorite, and with good reason. She's making her parimutuel debut off 2 really impressive baby races. We're sending up to Jim Baviglia for the call.
It's Mon Cheval still under wraps and leading it by a length and a half. Right now, Baptism is the only one in the ballpark with her. It's another 6 back to third, and Miss Alette going past her. Ava Cakes now into third. And then it's another 4 back to fifth, and Fierce Woman, followed by Fashion Princess Hodahan over the deep trailers, Southern Autumn. Mon Cheval by a length and 3/4, now stretching the lead slightly over Baptism. 3/4 reached in 1:26 and 3, 29 even. Third panel. And now Mon Cheval opening that lead up. It's 4 lengths now. Baptism holding on to second but not threatening. Third is Ava Cakes, and way back to Miss Alette in fourth. Around the turn to the top of the stretch, looking good for Mon Cheval. Her lead is now 5 lengths.
Mon Cheval was your heavy 1-9 favorite in here for that Pennsylvania All-Stars action for those 2-year-old filly trotters. And she left the gate alertly to make the front comfortably through a 28 and 3 first quarter. And it was pretty much over from there. She was uncontested throughout the mile and drew away by 7 lengths to win her first lifetime start in 1:54 and 3. The daughter of the great mare Shake It Carrie was driven by Dexter Dunn and is trained by Nancy Tactor. Baptism was second, and Ava Cakes finished third.
All right, now we just saw the first of 2 divisions for those Pennsylvania All-Stars 2-year-old trotting fillies. Now let's take a look at the second division. Again, the purse is $35,000, and there's actually 3 young ladies to take a look at here who are just coming off of Sire Stakes victories at the Meadows, and that's number 4, Mimi Ocean Hanover, your 4-5 favorite. Number 8, Dream on High, is the bettor's second choice for this event, and then there's number 7, Vogue, who's a long shot at over 20-1 odds.
It's Mimi Ocean Hanover. Pallone holding the whip high but not going to it. The lead out to a length and 3/4 now over Gumdrop Hanover, hanging around in the pocket. Third, Dixie Chick Hanover. 2 back to Pink Gypsy in fourth. She's 6 away. To the outside goes a Perfect Helen and Gregory in fifth, and a gap to sixth, and Miss Principal, and much further back, Dream on High, Vogue, and the trailer Just Do It Lucas. It's Mimi Ocean Hanover, hits 3/4, 1:27 and 4, 28 and 2 on the back stretch. Mimi Ocean Hanover goes off stride there, and way out wide trying to avoid the trouble was Dixie Chick Hanover on the inside. Gumdrop Hanover further back to a Perfect Helen. So a wild turn there, and what ends up happening, Dixie Chick Hanover takes over the lead for Dexter Dunn. Back to second, Gumdrop Hanover, and a Perfect Helen is third, and Dixie Chick Hanover takes advantage at 10-1.
It was Gumdrop Hanover who was the quickest off the gate in this second division, but the lead was short-lived when the favorite Mimi Ocean Hanover moved to the front midway through the first turn, and there wasn't much action through the middle half. Dixie Chick Hanover pulled from third to make a go at the leader and was pushed wide in the last turn when Mimi Ocean Hanover went off stride. Dexter Dunn got her around that breaker to score in 1:56 and 2 for trainer Lucas Wallen. A Perfect Helen was second. Rounding out those trifecta tickets was Gumdrop Hanover.
All right, now we saw some young ladies in action. We're going to take a look at some more established mares taking the track at Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. The purse is $11,200. Again, this is from Sunday, July 18th card. And in here, the favorite is number 4, Major Battle, who's been racing at the Meadowlands recently. She took a career best of 150-2. And watch out for number 3, Abigail Dawn, who's stepping back up in class, but she has been racing really sharp lately.
All of a sudden, Ali Nui dealing with Lucky Artist, a length back for George Napolitano Jr. Good spot in the pocket for Abigail Dawn and Pantoliano. Second over is Major Battle. She's in pouncing position, just 2.5 back. Inside, Georgie Martin sneaking through, filling in the gap. Third over, 6th is Sweet Rockin' Gia. The trailer is just 6 off the pace. Ali Nui still fighting hard on the lead there, holding off the charge of a Lucky Artist for the moment. 3/4, 123-3, 28 even third panel. Ali Nui on top. Abigail Dawn takes back second as Lucky Artist drops back, but Major Battle 3 wide getting into it. Sweet Rockin' Gia following her up. Top of the stretch, Ali Nui going to face some heat in the stretch. Abigail Dawn makes the second move on the inside. It's Abigail Dawn coming up now on Ali Nui. Abigail Dawn taking the lead for Jim Pantoliano at 11-1.
Ali Nui was the quickest off the gate, and she used that inside position to protect her position going into that first turn through a 26-2 first quarter, and that left a pocket seat for Abigail Dawn. It was a rated second quarter that started the outer flow by Lucky Artist, who faded around the last turn. It was Abigail Dawn who waited patiently for the passing lane to get up for the victory by a neck in 151-3. The 5-year-old daughter of Real Artist was driven by Jim Pantoliano and trained by Susan Kovacic. And if you wagered on her, you got a nice mutual return of $24.80. Ali Nui was second, and the favorite Major Battle was flying for third at the end.
All right, whew. Man, that was a lot of action all at once. So we're going to take a breather. We're up to our first break, but we're coming right back. And when we do, Jess will introduce us to trainer Katie Gangle, plus the top races from Harris, Philadelphia. Don't leave. We are going to come right back at you in a jiffy.
I Did It My Way has the lead by a length outside its Arsonist.
Get back to the feeling of Mohegan Sun Pocono.
In the world of standard-bred racing, only one name is synonymous with this kind of success, this kind of history, this kind of greatness, this kind of legacy, and this kind of unparalleled promise for tomorrow. Proud of our past, excited about our future. You know the name. That one name. Hanover, the greatest name in harness racing.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. I'm Heather Vitale, she's Jess Otten, and we are kicking off this segment by bringing out the spotlight. I love the quote, every morning you have a choice. You can either sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. There are a lot of people in harness racing who have the vision of starting their own stable, but Jess introduces us to Katie Gangle, whose passion and ambition for harness racing has taken her goal from dream to reality.
25-year-old Katie Gangle is originally from Ontario. She moved to the United States in June of 2017, where she began working for 2 highly admired trainers in the sport of harness racing, Ron Burke and Bruce Saunders.
I was looking for a change, you know. I'd been there my whole life, known everybody, done it, like, not everything, but everything, like, and I had a stable of my own, and I was going to turn the one out, and I just thought, you know what, like, now's the time to do it. You know what, I'd been wanting to try to get a job with Burke's. I talked to Sarah, and so I came down and started, you know, within a couple months.
Give us something you've taken away working alongside of them.
Easiest thing to say is you can't train every horse the same. Like, they're their own unique individual personality, and you can't treat them all like they're the same. You know, you gotta, without catering to them, you have to kind of, you know, play with them. And you know, Bruce was great. He was always open to listening to what us as grooms thought. And I mean, you know, you got to take what the grooms think. At least, you know, take a little bit of what they have to offer you as a trainer. And because they know the horses.
You've worked with some pretty nice horses over the last couple of years. Do you have a favorite?
God. For Berks, I had a lot. I had this sweet little mare, Better Have Another.
Also now, Better Have Another scooting up the pylons. Better Have Another squeezing through. Matt Kakali, Better Have Another.
She was, you know, this tiny little thing with the biggest heart you've ever seen. They had her in that series in Chester and Pocono, the Great Northeast, and she actually won the final. We didn't, you know, she snuck up the rail with Maddie, and it was awesome, you know. For such a tough little mare that, you know, just loves her job. She's, you know, she's right up there with one of them.
Now, you've had training starts over the last 6 years, but it wasn't until late of 2020 when you first, you know, went out on your own. Tell us a little bit about how that came about.
It started to really set in that, you know what, like if I'm going to do this on my own full time, like it's now or never. Like I have opportunities. I told Bruce, you know, I appreciate everything and it's been great. And, you know, he was totally supportive of it. And so I just jumped in.
What are some challenges you have faced, you know, since going out on your own?
It's so competitive, you know, it's like you do everything you can for these things. And sometimes it's just, you know, there's just always a better horse, always something. Like it's just, you know, you can never just go into a race and think like, yeah, I got this. Like it's always, you know, and you're second guessing yourself and you're like, God, should I have done this? Should I have done that? But, you know, you just got to have faith and just try to, you know, the product I put out that's the best I can do for this week, you know.
There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into these horses, but you know, it is rewarded with smiles and good times and good memories. What's your favorite part about the business?
The horses. You know what? Like I walk in the mornings, they greet me. I mean, they want breakfast, but they, you know, they greet me and just, you bond with them. You know, they're like our children. So, it's the horses for me.
25. Like, I don't even know if I could have made the decision of what to eat for breakfast at 25. But wow, Katie, congratulations. This is so great.
It's so awesome to see her out on her own. She's such a hard worker. She truly loves the horses. Continued success to Katie.
For our race of the week from Harrah's, Philadelphia, we're going to bring in a feature field of male pacers going for $16,200. This is from last Sunday, July 18th. And here, number 6, Southwind Aussie, starts as the 7-5 favorite. He's the richest in the field with almost $1 million in the bank. And then number 1 is True Lou with driver Yannick Gingras, also getting some respect, and he's looking for 2 wins in a row.
Southwind Aussie now looks to create separation. Last Gunfighter's trying to keep him in his sights, but is 3 lengths behind. J.M. Mandaman angles to the outside third. True Lou continues fourth. Up and opening on a Rock and Roll Legend saves valuable ground. 3/4 121-1. A big third for Southwind Aussie, who's up by 5 lengths as they come to the top of the stretch. Outside, J.M. Mandaman to a joint second now with Last Gunfighter. True Lou tracks cover inside of a Rock and Roll Legend. They straighten away Southwind Aussie by 5. Outside, J.M. Mandaman on the far outside trying to rally on True Lou. Towards the inside, Last Gunfighter. A rugby scrum for place, not for win. There's Southwind Aussie.
5 of them left the gate hard in this upper level condition class, but it was Southwind Aussie and the Bionic Man, Tim Tetrick, who wanted the front, and they got it through a 26 flat first quarter, and they were able to rate the pace, drawing away from the field to score in 1:49.2. As mentioned, Tim Tetrick was in the bike for Southwind Aussie's 17th career win. He is conditioned by Bill McKenzie. True Lou won the place photo, and J.M. Mandaman finished third.
Okay, now we're going to check out some youngsters, some 2-year-old pacing colts here at Harrah's, Philadelphia from last Sunday. It is Pennsylvania Sire Stakes action, and this is the fastest of the 3 divisions for the day with a purse of over $53,000. And here we have a couple familiar names. We just saw them win PA All-Star events on last week's show. That's number 2, Wearing My 6-Shooter, and number 5, JM's Final Treasure. But also check out number 1, it's Nighthawk, who picked up a Sire Stakes victory in his most recent effort.
JM's Final Treasure, the one to knock off. Nighthawk's the closest pursuer. Wearing My 6-Shooter is third. Still fourth, Forever Boy. And up on the outside, looking to advance now. Lose Beach around the turn. 3/4 on the board. 124-1. It's a 27-3 third for JM's Final Treasure. But now Nighthawk is out for the drive. Wearing My 6-Shooter's right behind that one third. Top of the stretch. Inside JM's Final Treasure. Outside, Nighthawk looks him right in the eye as they straighten away. Wearing by 6 shooters, sheds cover. Up the inside, Forever Boy 4 across the track. Nighthawk is grinding, taking over. JM's Final Treasure trying to battle him off. Can't out of the finish. It's Nighthawk to win.
Nighthawk used his inside post to his advantage to protect his position going into the first turn, and he strung out the favorite JM's Treasure through a 27-second first quarter, and it was a perfect pocket journey from there. He benefited from the Buckeye. David Miller pulled that right line midway through the last turn, wearing down JM's Final Treasure to remain perfect, 2 for 2 in his freshman season, this time lowering his lifetime mark to 152. The son of Betting Line is trained by Brian Brown. JM's Final Treasure was second, and Waremash, 6-shooter, finished third.
All right, in another division of Pennsylvania Sire Stakes action for 2-year-old pacing males from Sunday, July 18th. The purse is over $54,000. We saw the heavy favorite market-based go off stride early, which definitely changed up the race, and it was all the chips picking up the pieces, with driver Tim Tetrick going wire to wire in 152-2. Trained by Corey Mumford, the son of Betting Line, paid a nice price of $18.80 to win. Atlas Hanover was second, with Bay City taking third.
Keeping it at Harris, Philadelphia on that Sunday afternoon, July 18th, for the third of 3 divisions in Pennsylvania Sire Stake action for those 2-year-old male pacers for a purse of just over $54,000. The favorite, I Did It My Way, was stretched a bit through a first quarter of 27-4, and then he had it all his way on the front end from there. It wasn't until the passing lane when Birthday contested him, but I Did It My Way remains perfect on the season, this time stopping the clock in 152-2. His regular pilot, Todd McCarthy, was in the bike for trainer Tony Alagna. Birthday was second, and Threshold was third.
Alrighty, it's time to take a break and pay some bills, you know what I mean? All right, so on the other side, we're gonna check out the $700,000 Meadowlands Pace and a race for the ages. In our blast from the past, don't touch that remote, but we're coming right back.
51-4, amazing half here.
What if I told you this could be the summer of a lifetime? Join the Harness Horse Youth Foundation Summer Camp program. You'll learn firsthand about horses and harness racing from industry professionals. You'll travel to racetracks and feel the excitement up close. You'll make new friends and have a blast. You'll even hit the track and take control of a trotting bred racehorse. Visit hhyf.org today and grab the reins for an unforgettable summer.
It's Mac Lobel, and he's pouring it on!
It's Niatros by 4, and he's going away!
The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, a place where heroes come to life, preserving harness racing's treasured past, while promoting its exciting future. And now get ready to harness your excitement with the thrill of harness racing's 3D simulator. The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, now offering free admission. Bigger, better, bolder than ever.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. This is your place for Keystone State Standardbred satisfaction. And it's also your place where we like to make you say, OMG. Our OMG is focused around the Meadowlands Pace, which happened, of course, at the Meadowlands in New Jersey last Saturday. But really, not just the race, but the whole night was sort of an OMG moment.
Yes, it was, Heather. Despite the crazy weather, the rain, the thunderstorms, it was an awesome night of racing. We saw some upsets, we saw some heavy favorites, but it was definitely an OMG night overall.
Yeah, so we are going to get to the centerpiece race, of course, the Meadowlands Pace. This is for our Glamour Boy division, of course, the 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. It goes for a purse of $700,000. There is a full field of 10 in here, so who do you want to check out? Of course, you want to take a look at number 1, Perfect Sting, with an incredible record of 12 wins, a second and third in 14 career starts. He is coming out of post 1. But also, I want to point out the 2 elimination winners from last week. They are the 4, Southwind Gentry, and the 2, Hullabaloo. We're going to send it up to Ken Workington for the call.
So at the half, Perfect Sting took over, but gets steady pressure from Southwind Gentry on the outside. Tough trip for him. Lawless Shadow in the pocket spot. It's Charlie May, second over, 53-2 for the half mile. Third over is Rocky Road Hanover. No racing room for Hullabaloo. A bit of a shuffle on the inside, 6th. No room for Chase H. Hanover on the inside, 7th. A Buckabed Hanover stacks to the far outside. He's tracked by American Courage, who has to pass most of them here at 3/4. It's Perfect Sting. The ball's in his court. Perfect Sting on the inside. Lawless Shadow looking to shake loose. 3/4, 1:21.3 in the pace. It is Perfect Sting by 2. Perfect Sting now closing in. Charlie May had a perfect cover trip here with Super Brett Miller trying to bring him by. On the outside, Charlie May. Perfect Sting digging in. Lawless Shadow shaking loose late. Slugfest to the wire. Charlie May! Charlie did it! Charlie May!
Whoa, that was a lot of action. First of all, they were 5 wide going into that first turn. Then we saw a little mishap going up the backside. 1-800's left front hobble came down. He was safely taken off the course. The horse is fine and will continue to race. Now we have to get back to that race because it was action-packed. There was plenty of movement near the front, and Charlie May never saw the rail. Working out a second over trip, he put in a bobble in that last turn, which caused some confusion in the backfield. And although he crossed the wire first, was taken down with the placing, Lawless Shadow was now the winner of your 2021 Meadowlands Pace. He was trained by Dr. Ian Moore and driven by Mark McDonald, and this is his first Meadowlands Pace trophy.
I hope you're in the mood to rewind those clocks because, of course, it's our blast from the past, and we have got a big one for you. We just saw the Meadowlands Pace for this year, all right? So we thought it would be fitting to check out an epic edition of this event, our 2008 Meadowlands Pace, going for $1.1 million. The horse to beat in here is Some Beach Somewhere, the legend, going into this race undefeated. Let's see what happens, and we're sending up to the great and very much missed Sam McKee for the call.
51-4, amazing half here, and 3 wide. Some Beach Somewhere. He powers up now to take the lead as they move on to the far turn. Artificial is stretching him out, and now back in second. Mucho Sleazy racing in third. Bullville Powerful drops back on the outside. Share the Delight is fourth at the rail. Sand Shooter is racing in sixth. Then it's Badlands Nitro. Some Beach Somewhere was used very hard. He's under a hand drive. McDonnell shakes the lines at him. Artificial sticking right with him. 1:19.1. Some Beach Somewhere leads it by 2. Artificial tips to the outside, trying to get to him. An eighth of a mile away. Some Beach Somewhere under pressure. Artificial up to his wheel on the outside. Some Beach Somewhere full out. Artificial, a desperate lunge on the outside. Artificial, Some Beach Somewhere at the line. Artificial.
That race gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, and it was for sure a race for the decade, Heather. There was lots of action going into that first turn. Some Beach Somewhere ended up being 3 wide up the backside. They hit the fat half in 51-4. He finally cleared going into the far turn, and it was midway through the stretch when Artificial popped the pocket, and it was a slugfest right to the wire, resulting in a world record upset in the pace when Artificial stopped the clock in 1:47. He was driven by Rockin' Ronnie Pierce and trained by very good family friends of ours back in Michigan, Joe Seekman. I know that was a super awesome accomplishment for them.
We call this trivia time, but I think it could also be called little facts to amaze your friends and family, right? All right, so Jess has a question and an answer, but first, let's start with the question.
I have a different kind of trivia question for you guys this week. It's a fill in the blank, and it is, Mark McDonald is the only driver ever to win the Meadowlands Pace and blank.
Whoa, I love it, a little twist on trivia time. All right, so we're gonna give you guys a little bit of time to think about this, all right? Don't be using Google, all right? You're cheating if you do that, I just want to say. But when we come back, of course, we're going to get the answer. We're also going to get the 411 on the live racing schedule at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono and Harris, Philadelphia. Plus, we have a couple cool pictures of some sunglass winners we want to show you. And we'll also tell you how you can win a pair of PA Harness Week Sunnies. All coming up. Don't go away.
Get back to the feeling of Mohegan Sun Pocono.
to PA Harness Week. Now, before the break, Jess had a question, and now guess what? She's got the answer for you.
My question was a fill in the blank this week, and it was Mark McDonald is the only driver ever in history to win the Meadowlands Pace. And you can fill in that blank with the Gold Cup and Saucer, and he won that race 3 times, 2003, 2004, and 2011.
Whoa, pump the brakes. This girl, like, I wasn't even expecting the date, so love you. That's why we keep her here. She's just all these nuggets. We cannot express to you guys how much we love for you watching the show, okay? But to really get the experience, we want you to come out for the live racing at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono and Harris, Philadelphia. We're gonna start with Pocono first with the live racing schedule. And that is on Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday, post time, 12:30 p.m. Sunday post time is 5 p.m. Then at Harris, Philadelphia, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday post time, 12:25 p.m. The Sunday post time's 12:40 p.m.
And like Heather said, we really love it when you come out to the tracks and visit us. But in case you can't make it, we want to make sure you know where to place your wagers online. And here's how you do it. For Harris, Philadelphia, the website is pabets.tvg.com. And for the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, the website is ibetmohegan.com. And we offer free program pages for those tracks, and you can find those at phha.org right at the top of the home screen. You can't miss it.
So what's trending? Hello, by now you ought to know. These sunglasses are right. We're having these incredible contests on our social media platforms, and people are loving them, the contest winners. So I just had to show you a couple pictures of the winners. We've got Covell Photo on Twitter. Loves his glasses, all right? But I think the look on his face, because this was the caption. He said, I love my glasses, but they look way better on Heather and Jess. So thanks for that, Covell Photo. And also Dennis Sanford, he posted a picture of him wearing the glasses, and you gotta love it because you've got a foiled again poster in the background. So who doesn't love that, all right? There's a contest every Monday, a new contest. Check it out. And actually, Jess, you're gonna say where people can find it.
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, it's at Harness Week. On Twitter, it's at PA Harness Week. And don't forget to check out our YouTube page. Subscribe to us. You can find us at PA Harness Week as well. And you can watch all of our content all year long on our YouTube page.
Yes. All right. Well, it's time for us to go. This is the worst part of the show. I miss you guys already. But we will be back next week. So for myself, Heather Vitale, Jess Otten, we will see you soon.